requested a public hearing that's to begin at 6 o'clock at City Hall in council chambers. And the purpose of the hearing is to present the capital improvement plans. Um, This has been advertised to the public um, in accordance with the charter. The capital improvement plan was also placed on the city website for everyone to review, and a copy of it was also at the clerk's office. So about, and I'll just remind everyone, about 2 weeks ago, maybe a little bit longer, we did submit the capital plan also to council. We went over it generally. So this is an opportunity, if there's any members of the public to ask any questions, we could open it up.
Mayor, are we live streaming?
No.
I think we might be live streaming right now.
I thought
We are live
I told
streaming.
people
We are live streaming. If there aren't any questions from the public, I'll ask council if you guys have any questions. Because we did discuss this. I submitted a memo. Yes,
The Institute lining, um, I'm sorry, the Institute lining, in 20, well, actually 26 and 27, is that, larger pipes, or what are we lining there? Do you know?
just 1 second.
Oh. Okay.
Do you
Move it
have-
back. I want to see the diameters and,
Okay.
I can just now see them, yeah. Okay, so it is some of the 8 inches. Okay.
Yes,
Do we have a schedule based on
we do. So,
that you can show publicly up there,
well,
let up?
so this is, so this, we do this exercise with Public Works, and we go through our assumptions over the next 5 years
Right.
on maintenance and replacements. So in situ form lining, for example, that's on the schedule here, that's one. But then you could go through and read through.
Well, like, do you have, does our department have what they highly recommend we do in 25
Yes,
versus 26 versus
yes,
2030?
yes,
Can you pull that up?
sure. So, well, you can see examples right here.
It's a spreadsheet by year.
Oh, you want even greater detail, like exactly like which streets?
Well, like, no, but I mean, like, do we have a plan? When would we like to see our fire stations done? Do we want to see, does one need to go in 26 and we can wait on another in 2030?
Okay, so that's on here, right? For the fire stations
Working.
specifically, because each department and the administration does that differently. So if we look at under property maintenance, and we have fire station upgrades, our assumption is that we'll get to it to 2027, 28, and 29. Yeah. There are a couple items that we're waiting on, including RACP funding, but more importantly, we're finalizing the redesign of the stations right now.
Roger?
Yep.
I just noticed in this spreadsheet that you currently have on the screen, the police evidence building is 900,000 in 2026. If you scroll down to the next screen, it shows up in 2027.
Oh, all right, we didn't move that
Oh.
over, and by the way, that could change, that's just an, is it 26? Mark says it's 26.
I I thought I saw it in 27. Because I was gonna
No.
ask why,
On page 3, so what I'm showing now should be page 3 of the report or the plan. And under the 26 column, if we scroll down to property maintenance, you'll see that the police evidence building is here in 2026.
Do
okay.
you want a hard copy?
Yeah,
Sure.
I thought it said, I thought it was over in 2027, and that's why, I was gonna ask why would we keep it, delay it a year?
Mhm.
Because to me, that's a very important thing, to get all that evidence out of floodplain, so,
Well, I mean, we're putting the budget together now.
yeah.
The problem with putting this in front of the budget is that this is just the plan. Now we're gonna have to put the budget together and see if we can realize this plan.
Pay for it.
Yes. Pay for it.
Where's the pools? I noticed in motors you have no vehicles purchased in the next 4 years.
I think that was the motors garage maybe that's listed, but motors, we do have vehicles, non-CDL and CDL breakout at the bottom of the front page, and then we have some of the detail here. So the pools are in 27 and 28 under the Parks Bureau.
Based on the issues we have with pools, especially at Ohio, do we increase the damage, which increases the bill by waiting till 27, 28? I guess that's a question for Dave.
Yeah, well, so we had sent out the pool report as part of this capital plan. And I think we should discuss that. Because no matter what option we have, it's millions of dollars in improvements. No matter what. Like, it's like the same.
And you're pushing it to 27, 28.
Well, actually, I'm sorry, it's actually 26, 27. I was looking at the wrong line here. So we've got pool rehabs here. You'll see it's in 26 and 27. So we've got,
So, because I'm having a hard time seeing, the screens aren't working. So, we're doing a rehab in 26,
We're planning for one on paper right now.
planning to do a rehab.
Yeah,
And then 27, 28 would go all the way, and what's 27, 28?
$1 million for pools.
Right, I guess my question is, are we just throwing a Band-Aid on in 25, and then we're gonna get to it in 27, 28?
No.
no, we've got, the plan calls for $1.5 million in 26 and $1 million in 27.
So for the two pools?
Correct.
Half, 1 million.
yeah.
Correct.
And are they gonna be concurrent, going on at the same time, or, okay?
So,
gonna-
listen, this is a plan. We have to discuss it. The budget's gonna come out soon.
Mhm.
And we have to know what we're facing, like what's on the horizon here.
Right,
And there's some pretty big expenses. And in this line item in particular, we can further justify it by the pool report that the consultant prepared that we had sent to council. So you could see like a very specific detail on the costs that are needed to repair the pools.
Now, I could be mistaken, if I am, I apologize, but last year, I thought we said that we were gonna get the pool, a scope of the pool in with the stamp program, so we can see it all together for that 5-year plan to see where we're at with the pool.
Yeah,
Is
I
that
think,
still a plan, or?
oh yeah, that's, the stamp program is, like, we're not, the interviews haven't even begun yet.
Right.
So we're not there yet. This is just the capital plan, but
So
yes, to your question.
But I mean, what I'm saying, I understand it's a capital plan, but we're putting a $1 million, $1.5 million over 2 years. But the stamp program might conclude, and we might have something different.
Well, the stamp
Right.
program is just gonna tell us the same story, but bundled into budgets and how it affects us financially over a 5-year period.
And when we make a decision here based on this, in budget season coming up in the next couple of months, we're not gonna have the stamp report.
Well,
Not for the 26 budget.
yeah, this is just part of like data that you guys need. So this is just telling you what potentially is on the
you're
horizon.
forecasting,
Yeah, and then the budget, once we put the budget together, we'll know whether or not, like, the mayor can have a balanced budget to council, by including or not including these items. And then the STAM program's gonna further just say, I don't know if they're gonna make recommendations, but they're gonna give us a financial outlook and probably point to the pool saying that, you know, it's a heavy cost on the taxpayers. That's what it's gonna say. I mean, that's,
Well, yeah, I mean, we know that today.
yeah. I mean, like, and I don't know if if the analysis is gonna say with or without the pools and everything else that we're contemplating. I don't know yet. But,
My
it's,
understanding from the STAMP program is they're gonna give us a 5-year plan. We don't have to follow the plan.
right.
But they're gonna give us a plan, fix this, don't fix this, sell this, don't, correct?
Yeah, I don't know if,
Yeah,
Is it-
I mean, there will be recommendations that may involve things like that. Yes, what's the best use of the assets?
So then I'm wondering does it make sense to even have the mayor look at it in his budget for 26?
well,
Or do we
Yeah,
wait till the
because,
stamp put in
because if we
27?
can find the money to do it, the stamp program will ultimately keep everything that we have intact. But it depends on the finances.
And also, Councilman Pinnabone, council does have the ability to amend the budget. So
Yeah.
if the
Yeah,
budget
we
is adopted by the end of the year, and, the stamp program, the report comes out and it says something different, and council decides, yeah, maybe it doesn't make sense to do this or that, council can at that point make adjustments to the budget as you see fit.
yeah. You wanna go back to the homepage?
Sure. So just slowly scrolling through some of these as a refresher.
And don't be alarmed by the big numbers because some of these may be done with bond issue or something, or
Grants,
some type of loan
yeah.
grants.
Yeah,
The waterfront improvements are
Waterfront
a
improvements,
huge example of that.
yeah, it's huge.
Our goal would be for grants, right, as opposed to bond issuances?
No,
Grants,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I think when we think of this capital plan, it's not only like the detail that we put into this place, like, the, in situ form question that was asked, but also like some of these other bigger items that we're talking about right now, like the pools, the
Fire stations.
the fire stations, the waterfront. You gotta look at that because they're, in one way or another, they're gonna be an impact, and then we need to talk about them. Everyone here needs to be versed on what's gonna impact the city potentially.
And I would also add something like in situ form. So for the sewer lines, the Public Works Department does rank basically the needs, and they know which lines need to be repaired. But if there is some emergency, unexpected thing, then they may have to shift focus and repair something that that broke in the meantime.
So on this budget, on this capital plan, the 25 column matches our current budget. Well, if there aren't any other questions, Mayor, I'll ask you if you want to pose if anyone else has any other questions.
I know this we've been through it a million times, so.
That's gonna come up again, so we're gonna be reviewing this, shortly in budget season. All right, so if there aren't any other questions, then I'm gonna close the hearing, Mayor. So the hearing's formally closed then. Thank you.
Anything else to come before city council?
Councilman, oh, I'm sorry, you had a chance to look at the key situation?
Still got it.
With the fire department that I brought forward about 2 months ago?
I haven't, no. I'm hoping to meet with, the chief early September, so I can talk to him then about it. Yeah.
Thank you. Well, while we're here, Louis, 4th Street Garage Elevator, is that still down?
Yes,
Do we have an ETA on?
I do not, I'd like to ask you about. I know he was struggling with issues with the contract, but it's not like for a lack of trying.
I don't think it is, but it's still a
I can,
nuisance.
tomorrow, we could bring it up tomorrow during the formal.
You don't use elevators anyway.
I mean, no, you know why? Because you get stuck here.
No, you don't get stuck.
You get stuck here.
I have a question, Luis. Do we have any update on MARC program?
So we have a, scheduled, event, coming up, in August with the second council.
Okay, please. Thank you.
What, Councilwoman Sultan is referring to is that, we scheduled a luncheon, if you will, at Dr. Ruggle, at Lafayette College, with, agency partners. What Councilwoman Sultana is referring to, is, a luncheon, and it is closed luncheon by invitation only, with, the City of Easton's, agency partners that we call during a disaster. So the idea is that we're gonna meet, we'll have like about a 1 hour and a half session and, discuss probably the most, recent incidents as a case study. The Red Cross is gonna be, the United, I think it's the United Way, is gonna be providing, it's one of the two organizations, is gonna be providing, an overview of what we did, and including then our chiefs will discuss, the MARC, what we did. The purpose of this is for city officials and the agencies that we work with to get to know each other. So we'll do this like once a year. Just when an issue comes up, it's a lot easier when you know, who are the agencies that are helping us out. That's the
Face with
purpose
the
of
name.
it. Yeah, we'll report on it, so.
Councilman Lugar, do you have a date, like since we are in August?
I don't know if it's August or it might be September. Let me take a look here.
The college was very receptive of the idea,
Yeah.
hosting.
Let me see, Trevor. It's gonna be, later on in August. It's August 28th, but I'll make sure that council receives a, formal, invitation. I think we were finalizing to make sure that the agencies, that we invite, we had enough of a group. So, I'll make sure council gets that invitation tomorrow.
So just a suggestion, would you mind adding Alisa?
She's already invited.
She's all, okay, correct.
These are all our agencies.
Okay, awesome.
The
thanks.
administration, we're gonna take the lead on this.
Okay.
So, I mean, if you have
Yes.
something, you can come to me and we can talk about it.
Okay, perfect, thanks.
Dr. Ruggles, kind of along these same lines as far as nonprofits are concerned, I don't know if you're aware, but we got an announcement in church on Sunday that Projects Food Bank is lost their funding for, from federal funding. So I
I've
think
heard the news.
that might be something that we want to take a look at and see how we might be able to advertise more, to reach out to people to, do more donations or whatever. But this could be a major problem.
Yeah, I think the neighborhood center got the same thing.
Well, I'll let Crystal, if she'd like to speak to it, but Second Harvest.
Councilman Pintabon, I heard people are saying like, they can listen to you and Mr. Brown. So please turn on your mic.
I'll let Crystal take it if she'd like to, but Second Harvest has been decimated, and when they start to fall apart, all of our local food banks fall apart. So it's much greater than, project and neighborhood center, I'm not sure what the answer is.
Yeah, the federal funding cuts unfortunately have hit Second Harvest and Community Action really hard, like they have for so many other agencies, and they really serve as the food distribution point. I am planning to reach out to our local food pantries and banks. I'm on the board of America's Grow Row, which is based in New Jersey, but they grow produce and glean throughout the year, and they send foods to New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and 22 other states. So that could be a connection point that I'm looking into, but I don't have an update at the moment. Especially for some of these smaller food banks that exist in the city and really serve the neighborhoods, I think that that could be a possible solution. I'm hoping it is, but I'll have more to share in the future. Unfortunately, everyone's being hit. I wish there was an easy answer.
There is. Get the federal government to do what they said they were gonna do.
Well, wait a minute. They said they're project 2025, so they're gonna cut it. So we don't
No,
want to do that.
they have money in the budget that was left to them.
Oh, yeah, they should do it.
But if you were to see how much food was unloaded from Second Harvest at the food banks, and you think, oh, that's gonna get taken away, that's devastating.
It is,
It's
absolutely.
devastating,
I mean, and to see Second Harvest have empty shelves, I've never seen anything like that in my entire life.
I mean, what do we have, three or four? We have 3 or 4 food banks a week in the city that all empty out.
St. Anthony's Neighborhood Center and St. John's.
Boys and
Charlotte
Girls Club
before.
also.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
Christian
yeah.
Alliance,
And,
too.
and St. John's is twice a
St.
week.
John twice a week.
Right.
So, and we're getting rid of all that food, so that's why the need is.
I should
the
say
need is
project is twice a week.
project. So that's a huge need that, I don't know how we fill it.
That's a food disaster, so maybe Mark can help with that.
Let's, Ms. Altana, those are two different subjects. We're
Yeah.
talking about like when a fire type of disaster.
Flooding.
Yeah.
One of the suggestions I was making is maybe we as a city can advertise this a little bit more. I mean, saying that, we're looking for more donations at the food banks, whether it's in our, utility billing or whatever, and explain what the situation is. I think oftentimes people just don't realize it, and I think just making them aware of it might be very helpful.
Anyone else?
I just wanted to remind everyone, tomorrow the Easton Business Association is hosting a ribbon cutting for Glaze, the new donut shop. It's on the 100 block of Northampton Street at 10 a.m. tomorrow. And I know the RDA is having their ribbon cutting at 824 Ferry at 11:30. So if you can make one or both, I think especially the business owners would appreciate your attendance if you can make it. Thanks.
What's the second one?
RDA?
RDA.
Oh, the RDA, yeah, I have that on my
Ferry
calendar.
Street property. And there also is a ribbon cutting on Friday at 4, the Whiff Shop, also on the 100 block of Northampton Street. They did a really beautiful job with their space and the facade, so that's at 4 o'clock on Friday.
Anyone else? Okay, then we're adjourned until tomorrow night at 6 o'clock.
Thank you.
Was it on when you went back there, Mayor?
What?
Was it on when you went back?
What?
Live?
How are you? Very good, Jim. Mr. Pitts, how are you doing?
So far, so good.
We were up in your town today, Pittston.
Yeah.
Must have been your name after you, right? You're the only Pitts I know.
Slow motion. Yeah, with the.
Yeah, I should be.
But they do no problem.
Okay. Tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow's, College Hill.
Yep.
At least twice. And gonna try to get heads and tails and why. The favoritism? No, you're not gonna start the favoritism. But because it's tax money, you always have to take those risks. If you don't, so it's a bit for all three. These people knows that. So if we say no, we're giving it to the second. Well, I mean, they have to do it.
So, just a thought.
I don't know why they're not buying that equipment. I don't know if they could answer that better than I can. I don't look. I'm not a lawyer, but they're doing a great job. They're just not the fastest.
Yeah, like I said, it's you used to now you see how to get the calls.
Yeah, and I explained to the rep, I said, you know, you got the problem is, and when you do it, you have to do it. So all the contracts come and you announce it, so everybody knows you. So if they say, you know, you're the lowest